Alrighty, people.
Yeah.
What is happening? How we doing? How we doing? Hopefully you are having a fantastic Wednesday where you guys are, Thursday where we are. And you're ready to talk some 2024 Dynasty rookies. We're absolutely excited to be with you. And might be a little bit different. No landing spot today. But we're going to call today Get Your Guy Mock Draft. Okay? No landing spots. Doesn't matter what the draft capital is. Who do you believe in? Who's the talent that you want to bet on? So how do you feel about that idea, Badaki?
Yeah, I don't mind it. Let's see.
Could be some interesting.
Let's see how that works out.
Yeah.
I'm really interested to see.
But let us know who we're hanging out with.
Like.
Daniel Macy, again, our resident countdown expert. 85 days until the NFL draft. We are getting close.
Appreciate you, man.
We are getting close. What's up, Buzz? What's up, Ben? He says, how can I join? We'll tell you in a second. What's up, Nelson? Welcome in. But Aki, if people did want to join today's mock draft, you know, this beautiful, fresh, crisp, clean mock draft that we're about to partake in, how can people do so?
Absolutely. All you have to do is join our Discord. Link in the description, and link is going to be in the chat. Once you join our Discord, all you have to do, which give me a second, I'll put this link in the chat here before I continue. Sometimes that thing doesn't work, that link, by the way.
Okay. So join the Discord under Fantasyland.
All right, here we go.
There's a content release text channel.
Got it.
And that is where we always release our mock drafts. Again, under the content released part of that Discord under Fantasyland. But you've got the message, right? You're going to be sending it out?
Yeah, I got the message. I'll send that out here in a second.
What's up, Buzz? Welcome in. Daniel says, I'll take Bean and Blazy 101. Love to see it. What a combo.
Poke it up. That link is up and running.
Love it, love it, love it. Oliver says, hey guys, love your videos. Appreciate that, Oliver. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you so much.
Do us a favor, guys. As we are about to start this stream, go ahead and smash that like button. Such a simple way for you to help support this channel, to help the channel grow. We couldn't do what we're doing without your support. That's for 100% certainty. Now, it's Senior Bowl week, okay? So a lot of names, a lot of hype getting built up. And I'm not going to lie, there's a couple guys who made me go reevaluate more film. A couple guys that I was like, I didn't really like that player. Let me go watch him again. We'll talk about it, I'm sure, at some point. I'm sure at some point we'll talk about it. But what we're declaring this mock draft, no landing spot. We're declaring this Get Your Guy Day, okay? There's a guy that you like, go get him. Now, obviously, it doesn't mean you take them at the 101, right? Let's be a little realistic here. But go ahead. You can go grab your guy in this mock draft. I promise you we won't make fun of you. Well, maybe, but it's in good heart. You know, we'll never forget Frank Gore Jr. running a 4.23, according to someone in the community. But it's all love. It's all love. So we're going to go ahead and start this again. It is Superflex, PPR, no tight end premium, and I actually think we'll have time to do 2 mock drafts today, so stick around, and let's set a like goal then, actually.
Yeah, I would say we should get a like goal for the second mock draft, no question about it.
If we can hit 60 likes before the second mock draft, we'll do a second one. Let's say 70. 70 likes.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's pretty easy. That's pretty easy.
Let's do 70 likes before the second mock draft. If we get 70, we'll do 2 mock drafts tonight. Maybe even one for the 1 quarterback people. Daniel Macy says the great Frank Gore debate of 2024. What's up, Chuck? Welcome in. What's up, Waffle House? What's up, Peyton? We see you guys.
How we feeling?
Yes, these fill in quite quickly, the role. But people just, they want to get mocking, you know? So again, all right, enough wasting time. 2024 Superflex, PPR, non-tight end premium, rookie draft.
Get your guy.
Get your guy. You're not that guy, pal. All right, here we go. Starting in 3, 2, 1. No way. Haas Cartwright is back. Guy Haas is back. All right, get your guy day. Start strong at the 101 where Jaden Daniels goes off the board first overall. Yeah, this might happen in some leagues. Hey, I love me some Jaden Daniels. Rushing upside, back-to-back years over 1,000 rushing yards, back-to-back years, 10 rushing touchdowns. And Trevor here is putting his stamp. He's saying Jaden Daniels is my guy. He's betting on Jaden. I think Jaden's guaranteed to be, top 5, top 7 NFL draft pick. At worst, he's going to the Falcons at 8. I've compared him to RG3, a less physical Jalen Hurts, so I don't hate it. And then, of course, Caleb Williams goes next. What percentage chance would you put on Jaden Daniels being the consensus 101 at the end of, by the time NFL draft is done? 0? Okay. I'll put a 17% chance. I'll say 17% chance that Jaden Daniels could be the 101 if he goes to the right spot. Trevor says, if he goes to the Falcons or the Commanders, it's going to be hard. But you're up on the clock after Caleb went 102. It's get your guy day. You got anything special, crazy you want to do here? Or are you going to go, with who we think you're going to go with?
And I'll go Marvin Harrison Jr. I mean, at the 103, I wasn't expecting that.
I was going to say, Malachi Corley's still on the board, bro.
I mean, a lot of guys. It goes Malik Neighbors. Yeah, I mean, Marvin Harrison Jr. at the 103 was not expecting him to fall there. I was thinking of Jaden Daniels, Drake May at the 103, but the best prospect since, I have to say Julio Jones here. Phenomenal person, a phenomenal football player, great friend of the show, by the way. Marvin Harrison Jr., him and his father have been supporting us since day one. So yeah, I'll take him here at the 103. Malik Neighbors at the 104. Future Giants legend. Let me say that right off the back there. I'm pretty sure he's going to fall to us at the 106. Phenomenal friend of the show as well.
Rome Odunze, 106, 105. This is the earliest we have seen him go. It is get your guy day, and Cheeky is getting his guy. And that's frustrating to me because I wanted to put a stamp on one of my guys, but I'm sitting here at the 106 and Drake May's there. How do I not take Drake May? I have to take Drake May. I have to. Super flex format. Drake May, locked and loaded top 5 pick. Underrated athlete.
It's
little
phenomenal.
Justin Herbert. By the way, a fun fact on Rome Odunze. We talked about this in a video today.
We did.
I know we talk about how good of a contested catcher Rome Odunze is. Do people actually understand the volume he saw?
Have a geese.
He had 28 contested catch opportunities. He caught 21 of them. 21 of 28 contested catches this year. That's insane. 75% on that much volume is unheard of. So I do love me some Rome, but I can't not take Drake May here. I can't let Drake May fall any further, so I'm not going to look like the clown who let Drake May fall to the 107. I'll take Drake at the 106.
I'll be that guy.
Yeah. So it's good to see Drake off the board. We'll see what happens at the 107. Again, get your guy day. Daniel Makesy says, I'll never forget the great Rashad Bateman debate from a couple of years ago. What's up, James? Welcome in. What's up, Michael?
Classic.
Max? What's up, Trevor? Haas, we're so glad to have you back, my guy. Joseph.
Man, it's been awesome.
It's so good to see you guys. We'll do Q&A at the end, Travila. I'll answer that question for sure. No mock draft today, Sparrow. It is get your guy day. Brian Thomas goes at the 107. Brock Bowers at the 108. And then Dawson is saying, Adonai Mitchell is my guy. I'm putting a stamp on him. And Adonai Mitchell goes at the 109. We don't have to worry about landing spots. We don't have to worry about draft capital. Who do you love? Who do you love?
What do you love?
Bitch, who do you love?
Man. I mean, I love Adonai Mitchell. One of the guys that have been rising up my rankings. My wide receiver 8 currently in my rankings. That's also going to be updated in the version 2 that is coming out, I would say, within hours for you guys, which is also really exciting. We'll get to that in a second. Adonai Mitchell.
It's coming out 6 p.m. tomorrow. 2024 Rookie Report version 2.0 comes out at 6 p.m. tomorrow night for you guys.
Say less.
Very excited about that. But Brock Bowers falling to the 108?
I know. 108 there.
Wow.
I mean, this guy's what? Consensus 105, 104 potentially?
No, he's consensus 106 or 7, but...
Okay.
He's not going in the top 4 or 5. I think... Come on,
you know what?
Come on,
right.
We know that. It's always Daniels,
it's
Caleb,
106,
Marvin,
106.
Malik, Drake, you know.
You're right. I think I was reading it wrong because everything is all flipped for me.
Yeah.
But yeah, Brock Bowers falling to the 108. Phenomenal value there for Daniel Macy. And then Troy Franklin. My wide receiver 4B. You see my wide receiver 4A going at the 107. Then Troy lands at the 110. Very interesting there. Really have to let the draft make that pick for me at the moment is the way I'm saying it. So
yes, exactly. Troy Franklin at the 110, I think, is a huge value. Again, it's, everyone's putting their stamp on their player. So we'll see what Kuba does here at the 111. But Kuba. Yeah, the thought of Brock Bowers being available at the 108 is honestly a little bit, it blows my mind. Blows my mind a little bit. So that's good to see. Adonai Mitchell goes a little bit earlier than we anticipated. A lot of people love Adonai Mitchell. We see J.J. McCarthy off the board. Kuba's saying, I don't care if he threw 12 passing attempts. That's hyperbole, right? I don't care if he threw 12 passing attempts in the national championship. I like J.J. McCarthy, and he's putting a stamp on him there. And then the Waffle House at the 112, I love it. I can't even be angry at this pick.
It's beautiful.
Jonathan Brooks off the board at the 112. It's where he's meant to be. It is where he's meant to be. So exciting to watch. He is so electric in the open field. I just wish he didn't tear that dang ACL. But that is the first round. Chat, I want to know, who is the best value? Actually, we'll have some fun today. All right, no one get their feelings hurt. Who is the best value and the worst value in the first round? We typically don't do this. Again, no one get their feelings hurt. I want to know your best and your worst value, or the biggest reach, let's call it. Best value, biggest reach. But Aki, I have to hand it to you first. Best value, biggest reach. Who is it?
Best value, Brock Bowers. Biggest reach, Jaden Daniels. I don't think it should be going at the 101. It should be. It should be Caleb Williams and only Caleb Williams, personally. But maybe that is me putting some respect on Caleb Williams. Don't treat him that way. I don't care if he paints his nails. He should be the 101.
Yeah, I don't care about that either. So the people who care about this, like, why does that upset you? You're looking for a reason to be upset. Like, it doesn't impact your life at all. But we got some people in the chat saying worst values of Dunze. Drake May's a value. Drake May. Adonai's not the best value. Bowers at the 108 is best. Bowers or Marvin. Bowers. Adonai's a reach. Bowers, even if you said you think landing spots don't matter. Chargers at the 5 is great. Drake May's the best value, so it's good to hear from the chat. A lot of people giving their opinions. Hey, do us a massive favor. Go ahead and absolutely smash that like button for us. We're just getting started. There is so much mock draft left to do. And in fact, we want to give you guys a second mock draft today. We're going to try and get 2. The first time in 2024 where we have tried to get 2 mock drafts. Our like goal is 75, I believe, is what we said, to get our second mock draft of the day. We're about 20 likes away from 75, so we're getting close. Do us a massive favor and smash that like button if you want to see multiple mock drafts today. That's the end of the first round. We have to take a quick second, and let's be honest, we're gonna sell something to you. We're gonna advertise to you right now in real time. This is online influencing, marketing, whatever you want to call it. We are currently selling our 2024 Rookie Report version 2 to you right now in real time. We're very excited. We honestly are. All jokes aside, we put a lot of hard work and effort into version 2 of our 2024 Rookie Report. That releases on tomorrow, the 1st of February at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That will be available to everybody on the Flock Fantasy website. You can see version 1 right now already out on the website. Here's a little sneak peek of what version 1 looked like. There will be more players, updated rankings. We dive into tight ends. Some of your favorite sleepers are being added. So all that is available to anyone who signs up to the Flock Fantasy website with the promo code LAND. Have to be a Mother Flocker member, so keep that in mind. But not only do you get our 2024 Rookie Report, which is about to release version 2.0, you also get access to our Dynasty Superflex rankings, our one quarterback rankings, our prospect rankings. You can see my rankings. You can see them versus Badaki's rankings. You can see where we rank versus the expert consensus versus the community consensus. You also unlock unlimited access to the trade calculator, the best calculator in the industry. You also unlock unlimited access to the trade finder if you want to get some more inspiration from real trades that have happened around sleepers, sleeper leagues everywhere. If you're a Mother Flocker member, you also get a Dynasty team review, which is awesome. We did those last night. We'll do them again tomorrow night. So all that is available to anyone, again, who signs up with the promo code LAND and becomes a Mother Flocker member. We're very excited to release version 2 at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow night. We got Daniel saying he can't wait to see it tomorrow. I know we've had some great feedback from people, so that is good awesome to hear. We're about to dive into round 2 of Get Your Guy Day, but we have a super chat from El Tigre, so we have to stop and say thank you, El Tigre.
As always, man, we appreciate you.
If you're telling me,
he said,
with my 102 and 105 in the hotel league, I'm walking away with Marvin Harrison Jr. and Drake. Sheesh. And of course, he says, dab on him, Andy.
Damn on him, Andy.
Go
Be
Chiefs.
careful, man. I want to get you heartbroken.
All right.
Praying for you.
Appreciate the super chat, Tigre. Again, round 2 of
Dr. John Ross.
Get Your Guy Day begins. We don't care about landing spots. We don't care about draft capital. Go get your guy. And Trevor is up at the 201, who started the draft off with an absolute bang with Jaden Daniels at the 101. He goes Keon Coleman at the 201. He says, stop disrespecting. Damn it. There goes Lad McConkey. He says, stop disrespecting Keon Coleman. Unfortunately, Lad's
don't disrespect him.
You know I love me some Lad, the space creator. I heard someone in the chat earlier saying Lad's tearing up the Senior Bowl. And it's funny, Michael, because we've been on Lad. I'm seeing Lad go all over Twitter. I'm like, you guys ain't watching film, because this is what Lad has done all year. This is who Lad has already been, but I love that he's getting some respect. But what are you thinking here at the 203?
203. There's a lot of guys that can go. I think I'm gonna go with a running back. I mean, he's my guy. I've been loving him. My RB3. I'll take Bucky Irvin. I know there's some other players available, but in the PPR format, why not take him? I love him here. I know there's a couple other guys I can see. You know, I don't want to say these names and ruin it for some people, but I see a lot of people that I could have gone. But I love Bucky Irving here. Want to shine some light on him. PPR monster. Over 55 or 60 reception this year.
55 burgers, 55 fries, 55 shakes.
I mean. And my guy was eating a lot of targets, and that's exactly what you want here in a PPR format. So I'll take Bucky Irving, who I love, by the way.
And then Braylon Allen comes off the board next. Yep, call us haters all you want. We are notoriously not that in on Braylon Allen. It's not because we don't necessarily love this player or anything. I think what he did in college was very impressive. You know, putting up 1,000-yard seasons at the age of 17. I just don't really love how he translates to the NFL today. It's all about putting athletes in space, and his weakest part of his game is when he's in space and has to make a man miss. But he's a very, very strong back. He goes at the 204. Hey, get your guy. Xavier Worthy at the 205. Get your guy off the board.
Go get him.
I'm on the clock.
I'm listening. I think I know who you're going to take. But initials?
No. I don't want to. Let me think. So this is technically not my best player available because it is a super flex format. However, I'm going to go ahead and put some love on my RB1. You're telling me I can get my RB1 as the RB4 off the board? Why are people doing me a favor? It's not my birthday. So we're going to go ahead and draft Trey Benson at the 206, my RB1, even before Trayvon Henderson decided to go back to school.
It's not my birthday.
The complete running back. Size, speed, burst, short area quickness, strength through contact. He's got better than people expect vision, specifically in the second level of the play when you have to create for yourself. He's got very good long run speed. It's completely underrated, especially when you consider he's 223 pounds. He's 223 pounds, and no player hit 21 miles per hour or greater in a game this year than Trey Benson. He did it 3 times. No one else did that. He's got great burst. He's an underrated pass catcher. He didn't fumble one time in his entire career. 316 attempts, no fumbles? What are we talking about? David Montgomery, Javonte Williams, Rashad Penny-esque type of talent. Trey Benson's off the board. Audric Estime goes next. Milk is getting his guy in Estime. How do you feel about Estime?
I mean, big body guy. I don't necessarily envision him being a someone that translate perfectly into the NFL. You think of the Braylon Allen, it's a big body. He's younger. Aldrick Esme, more of a goal line opportunity back, personally. That's how I envision him going into the NFL. Not in love with the gameplay, but definitely can see how he could be, a touchdown dependent type of guy that can bring upside. As he played the Jamal Williams type of role in an offense, that we saw a couple years ago, and he gets leading in touchdowns only on the 1 yard line. That's the type of vision that I can see with Aldrick Estime there. Daniel Macy going with brother Bo Nix, another good quarterback there. Getting Brock Bowers, Bo Nix, he gets his elite tight end. He's hopefully top first round quarterback here. You've been marking him as a point guard plus.
Bo Nix, brother Bo,
phenomenal. And then you have Xavier Legette, your guy, at the 210. Go ahead, talk about him.
I was saying, Legette's not my guy. That's your guy. But
I said Jalen McMillan. Sorry, that's what I meant to say.
I love me some Jalen McMillan. I was so torn between Bo Nix and McMillan and Benson at my pick. I think Bo Nix was probably the best value on the board, but if I was trying to, shine a light on my guy, I couldn't let him go past there as the RB4 off the board. But Bo Nix, point guard plus profile, love him in Superflex formats. I don't think people are completely ruling him out of the first round of the NFL draft as if it's not even a conversation. It is. I'm not saying it will happen, but he is definitely in conversations in the first round. Love me some Jalen McMillan. I think he absolutely dominated in the games when he was healthy. And that's the importance. You have to watch film when he was healthy. You have to look at the games analytically when he was healthy, because he dealt through a lot of injuries this year. He tried to play through it. Wasn't himself, except for week 1, week 2, the Pac-12 championship, and the playoffs in the college football playoffs. I think he dominated those games. I think he solidified himself as an underrated player. A great slot guru who can play on the outside with his size at 6'1", 192. Great suddenness. He's versatile. I think at worst you're getting Christian Kirk. At best, you're getting the next Keenan Allen, which, again, that's the ceiling. It's not saying it will happen. There's a very low chance that happens. But we got to ask everyone at the end of every round, who is the biggest value? I want you to tell me the best value in the second round. Let me know, chat. Best value in the second round. And, of course, we're having fun today. No one get their feelings hurt. Who was the biggest reach? Who is the biggest reach in the second round and the best value? I want to know what you guys think. And we got Bo Nix. People are saying a couple Bo Nix. We got 3 people saying Bo Nix so far. It looks like Bo Nix was the best value. Kind of tend to agree, even though I passed up on him. But Aki, who do you think is the best value? I guess we'll never know. Oh, okay.
Xavier for me.
Okay.
Him falling there to the 2-9, like you said, a first round guy. Going there. I think it's phenomenal value.
Okay. All right. A lot of opinions in the chat. Bucky, Estime, Sanders, and Bo the best value. So yeah, it's cool to see everyone's opinions. I like a stream like this where, hey, just go get your guy. Let's highlight the reason we love these players. That's the end of the second round. Do us a massive favor. Go ahead and smash that like button. We are already over 75 likes, so we will do another mock draft for you guys today. That's something that we can all look forward to. But without further ado, let's get into the third round here.
We did get a super chat though from Scribbles.
Oh, my bad. Let's pause. That's my bad. Yes, Scribbles. Thank you so much for the donation.
Yeah, go ahead. Pause. Go for it. Okay, I'll go for it. In 2-team despair draft for an orphan top dispersal. Top asset in pool are Justin Herbert, Jordan Love, Chase, and Amon-Ra. I picked the second, and it's snakes. Herbert probably going first. What is the best strategy as only 2 QBs are available?
Go best player available. Jamar Chase.
100%.
That's what I would do.
That's exactly what you want to do.
I'll
second that.
If you have a need, trade for a need. But you consider this just like you would in a startup draft, just like you would in a rookie draft. Who is the best available player? You're getting a chance to add some people's wide receiver 1 in Dynasty. Not mine, but some people's. At worst, people's wide receiver 3. So I would say, if Justin Herbert goes first, Jamar Chase should be the next pick in my personal opinion. But thank you for the donation, Scribbles. We appreciate you, and we'll get straight into the third round.
Thank you so much, man. What? Bring it back.
This format is showing me a lot about what people think of players. There goes Roman Wilson off the board. Ton of hype in the Senior Bowl.
I mean, yeah, I mean, this is probably the hypest of the hype when you talk about the hype of the Senior Bowl. I mean, who was the hype of the Senior Bowl last year? I don't think he got the same hype.
Tank and Michael Wilson.
But was it this high of a hype? Probably. Yeah, hey,
I think so.
Tank went in the 3rd round this past year.
I actually woke up today and I just kept seeing Roman Wilson hype, Badaki. So I decided before we release version 2, I'm going to dive into more film. I watched 2 more games today of Roman Wilson when I woke up. And I'm not sure if I should give my opinion or not, or let people wait until version 2 of our rookie report releases. But I think he's a clear strengths and weakness player. I know the Senior Bowl is awesome, and he is much better than people anticipated. Let's just start there. He's a better player than people anticipated. He just is. I went back, I watched more film. I see how he can be successful in the NFL, but a lot of people saying he's the next Puka Nacua and stuff like this. I'm sorry, I just don't agree. Let's talk about the good. Quick feet, great release package. He's got a bag of trick off the line of scrimmage. He absolutely does. I think the best part of his game is controlled speed. That's a unique thing to say. Like, controlled speed, what do you mean? That sounds so random. Well, controlled speed in the sense of, like, there's a special tempo to his movements. He can be sudden when he needs to be. He can burst when he needs to be. But all the while, depending on how he needs to manipulate a defender, he uses that speed in a controlled, graceful way. It's rare to see that. I think he finds zone coverage really well. He finds a pocket. He had a 2.0% drop rate, so he's got reliable hands. He had a pretty good PFF receiving grade. So I played good cop. Let me play bad cop for just a second, because I just want to control. Hey, I'm an idiot, right? I could be completely wrong on this player. All I'm telling you is I watched more games today, and this is what I saw from those games. There are some weaknesses to his game. He is not a complete, unquestionably going to be the next Puka Nacua. Couple things that I noticed. Extremely ridiculously inefficient versus press coverage. Like, maybe, I don't want to sound rude, but maybe the worst player in this class versus press coverage. Time and time again, versus a more physical defensive back, he is getting pushed off the line of scrimmage and completely rerouted from his routes. Just completely dominated. Now, the good news is, and I want to be fair, the good news is he's going to be a slot receiver in the NFL, and it's unlikely he faces as much press as someone on the outside would. Other concerns is simply that he is a slot only wide receiver at the next level, in my opinion. I believe this year he played 68% in the slot. And just from the games that I watched this morning, I watch more games, there's really no boundary appeal in my opinion. I just don't see an NFL team putting this guy on the outside and expecting him to win versus more physical backs. I know Michigan had him listed at 6 foot at 192. I said in our first V1, I said there's no way he's 6 foot. I literally wrote this down. Am I the only one who thinks he's not 6 foot? He's definitely 5'10". He comes out at the Senior Bowl, he measures in at 5'10". So he's just not going to play on the outside. That's okay. It's okay if he's a slot only guy. The other issue I have with him is there's not really any yak appeal. There's just not. He had 4.6 yards per carry or yards after catch per reception this year. That ranks 259th in college football. 178th, excuse me. So basically what I'm trying to say is it's not impressive. It's not impressive on film. It's not impressive analytically. And he also broke out at the age of 22. I'm not going to hold that against him. I think too many people focus on what age a player broke out at. But basically what I'm trying to say is he the next Puka Nacua? No, I don't think so. Not at all. But I think he's a better player than I initially thought. I would say his comp for me is actually Elijah Moore. I see a lot of Elijah Moore in his game. And I know you loved Elijah Moore, Badaki. The other ceiling comp I gave him was if Brandon Cooks played primarily in the slot. So those are the two guys that came to mind. And again, I'll go if everyone's gonna like tell me I'm wrong, because it could happen. I know the Senior Bowl is fun and like the hype is all there, but if everyone's gonna be like, you're missing the point, you're missing it, you're completely missing the mark here, I'll go back. I'll watch even more games. I've watched now 4 games of this guy. You know, we typically only give players 3 full games of all 22. I'll go back and watch more if I need to, but I think I'm getting concerned to the point where like he's gonna be a locked and loaded early 2nd round pick, where like Keon is going, and I think I'm not going to have any stock of him if that's the case. So, long-winded answer, but I thought people deserved a response on one of the most hyped names right now at the Senior Bowl. I like him much better than I initially anticipated, but I don't think he's an ex-Puka Nacua. I don't even think he's as good as Tank Dell, but I think he's a good player who can contribute in the slot for an NFL team.
I think that's what's intriguing for me. And, you know, just to counteract some of the things that you did say, about Roman, about him playing press. Like, I think he kind of showed that in the short glimpses. Now, is this an elite cornerback that he's going up against in the Senior Bowl? Probably not. But, you know, the clips that I saw and the highlights that I've seen from the Senior Bowl specifically, and when I look back to the tape, I feel like they're 2 different players. Like, I feel like I agree. Like, yeah,
that makes sense. But there's I feel like there's 2 different sets of expectations when you're in the Senior Bowl, and it's 1v1. That DB, the entire world revolves around you not getting smoked right now. But on film, I feel like that speaks higher to what player you actually are, because you're not being looked at every single rep to get the ball thrown to you. A one-on-one drill, you're getting the ball every single time. So anyway, I just thought I'd throw that in there. Sorry.
No, and I think that's what's intriguing, because like maybe, and that's why I need to take it with a grain of salt, because he looks like 2 different players. When you watch
100%
tape,
agree
yeah,
with that.
he struggles in press, but then when you saw the clips, it's like, my guy's cooking him. At the Senior Bowl, I was like, this guy is getting separation. He's cooking him. He's getting at least 1.5 steps or maybe 2 steps, and I'm like, wait, who is this?
He does look like a completely different player at the Senior Bowl. I give you that 100%.
And it's just very intriguing. So I'll probably counter that, just because to give him the benefit of the doubt of what I'm seeing right now. But at the same time, I have to take into an account of what we saw on film. At the same time, I like what's happening. I think he's risen his stock enough just by today and these couple of days alone, that I feel like the draft capital is going to be intriguing, with the opportunity of him potentially being the slot wide receiver. The slot wide receiver is intriguing because of the yards after catch ability. Now, did he have that in college? Absolutely not. But if I'm not mistaken, and I'm not comparing him to this guy, but neither did Puka. I don't think Puka had the yards after the catch stamp on him.
I would disagree.
And I'm not
fair enough.
I'm not saying that he is going down that pathway. I'm just saying anything can happen if he goes into the right system, which is really exciting when you think of a slot wide receiver going. I like the Brandon Cooks comp. I said Brandon Cooks in the Cowboys, and I also said Sterling Shepard as well, that I kind of put him into that realm. So look, I like him.
By the way,
definitely.
Puka Nacua last year, 7.4 yards after the catch per reception in the top tier compared to the rest of the class. 7.4. Roman Wilson's hovering around 4. I know that sounds insignificant, but it is pretty significant when you look at a per reception basis.
Is that like, are you talking about Puka from college?
Yes, from 2022.
Okay, sorry. I just
I
wanted
saw
to because I didn't know.
Dynamic player after the catch. I don't see that with Roman personally. But
okay. Anyways,
he's a fun player. He really is. I guess you have to decide what you put more stock in. The concern for me is, like, I've watched a lot of Roman Wilson Badaki, and every single time he struggles versus press on film. I understand he's cooking dudes at the Senior Bowl. What am I trying to put more stock in? I don't really know. I'm trying to remain open, though. That's why I'm watching more film. Do you know what I mean? I can't tell you guys that Roman Wilson's going to be the best player in this class that no one's talking about. But I can tell you he's better than I initially thought. I'll watch more film. I'm still concerned. So I think it was worthy of people hearing that. But I don't know. Maybe we're just rambling.
No, I mean, I like him. I like him. And after I rewatch, you know, like, I think you messaged me as like, yo, I'm rewatching. I was like, I rewatched as well. And, you know, I rewatched. I saw the clips as well to see, okay, what are the hypes that people are doing? I try to see as many routes that he ran in a lot of different coverages, and yeah, he definitely like. It's just something different. I guess like maybe do you become a different person? I don't know. I'm not there. I'm not an NFL player. Like you're playing college football.
Completely different at the Senior Bowl than on film. He really is.
That's what's so intriguing, and like what's also so scary.
It's concerning to me more than intriguing.
Exact. Well, I guess maybe that is the better word, because does he just get the draft capital and then not be the guy that we all expected him to be? But I guess that's what the NFL
I'm so open, by the way.
do.
If someone has a game they want me to watch where he is like where he looks like he does now at the Senior Bowl, hit me up. Let me know. I want to see it. I also don't want to discount him because he's in Michigan's offense, you know. But anyway, I thought it was worthwhile saying since it's one of the biggest hype names right now in all of Dynasty. But yeah, so Michael Penix goes next. People don't like Michael Penix. How's he at the 302?
I mean, 3-2. I mean, another guy that's technically falling, not because of. I've seen mixed reviews for Senior Bowl, by the way, of Michael Penix. Before I kind of get into that, I'll take Jermaine Burton here.
Love
a phenomenal wide receiver. Big physical wide receiver here at the 303. Kind of a Victor Cruz-esque type of player. So I'll take him at the 303. There is somebody else I would love to take too, but I'm not necessarily sure if he'll come back to me.
Yeah.
But yes,
I'm surprised.
Been seeing mixed reviews of Michael Penix on Senior Bowl. I'm not sure what you've been hearing.
Yeah, no, I've seen mixed reviews too.
I've been hearing a lot of things that he's a great leader, but like I think a lot of people are saying he's still kind of worlds apart, even when it comes down to the fundamentals of a quarterback. When it comes down to Bo Nix and JJ, that's the one thing that I've been hearing that he's standing out in.
Okay.
JJ and Bo Nix are kind of taking a step back as a leader.
Yeah.
But I could be wrong. I mean, that just depends on the platform you listen to.
So Tez Walker off the board. I thought he fell quite a long way because a lot of people love Tez. And in a mock draft based around like getting your guy, I was surprised that he wasn't anyone's guy per se, if you get where I'm coming from. But I think this is the most disrespected running back in the entire class. I'm about to take him next. And people were in on him to begin with around December. And for whatever reason, it's just any love for him has completely evaporated. So I'm going to do my best to show him some love. That's Marshawn Lloyd. Marshawn Lloyd is my RB, I believe, 4 in this class. Yes. And he goes off the board as the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The RB 7 off the board. I love me some Marshawn Lloyd. For me, this is discount Bucky Irving. I'm not saying he's better than Bucky Irving, but this is discount Bucky Irving. A Tajay Spears type of prospect. Super dynamic after the catch. Lightning in a bottle type of back. Ridiculous jump cuts and ability to make your man miss. So I'll take Marshawn Lloyd there at the 306. Will Shipley's next. Then Malachi Corley and Baby Ray Davis, as well as Jacob Cohen, who I know that you love. Haven't really heard much of anything from him out of the Senior Bowl. It doesn't mean that the player's bad. By the way, if they don't get coverage at the Senior Bowl. So yeah, have you heard anything?
I haven't heard anything. I've heard he's gotten limited. Well, the one thing I've heard, I guess, is that he's gotten limited routes. And like, for example, Xavier, it was just day 1 though. So Xavier and Jacob didn't get a lot of opportunity. Where day 2, I'm hearing more of Xavier. So hopefully we hear more about Jacob here soon.
Slick Ricky Pearsall off the board. A lot of people love Ricky. I like him too, man. He's just a really well-rounded player, I'd say.
I agree. I like Ricky as well.
I don't think he's going to get like top 3 round draft capital. I could be wrong, but he's a fun player to watch. Ben Sinnott. We don't know much about these tight ends when you dive deep, but seems like a really good blocking tight end that has some receiving upside, so he could get on the field pretty early in the NFL. And let's see what happens here in the 4th round. We'll just keep it rolling. And we'll see how things are panning out here. I'm looking at my best available players. There's still a lot of players I want to grab, not going to lie. Spencer Rattler goes. I said this a couple days ago. He's fun, man. He's a fun watch. He's a fun watch. So many issues with his game, but such a fun player to watch. The arm talent it's not of this world. It really isn't.
Yeah.
But he goes off the board. We'll see what happens with this next pick. But I don't know if you saw Ray GQ was interviewing Spencer and a couple of the guys. It was pretty cool to see.
Yeah, I saw that. It is pretty cool. Yeah, man. I mean, shout out to him. He's doing his thing. That'd be awesome to be on the field like that.
Yeah. I'd love to fly to the Senior Bowl one year. Make it a business expense.
Yeah, why not? Let's do it.
It'd be fun. Although then you spend most of your time in Alabama, which there's nothing wrong with that. But Brendan Rice
I've never been to Alabama. I've never been to Alabama, man.
See, Brendan Rice, I don't know about you, but the clips that I've seen circling around the internet, people are acting like these are incredible reps. I'm so confused why people are excited about these reps that I've been seeing from Brendan Rice. I haven't seen every clip, so you might have seen a clip I haven't seen. But there was a clip going around where he's getting real physical with the DB. And I'm just so confused why people are so excited about that rep. He didn't get any separation. The footwork was bad. Looks like he struggles to get upfield, which we talked about. He's a great contested catcher. We already knew that. But I think it's a fine pick at the 4-2. I'm just saying, like, that's one of those players where there's these clips going around at Senior Bowl, and I'm just like, I trust these people. Why are they saying this is a good rep, you know?
Yeah. Javon Baker is not on here, so I'm just going to take somebody that I don't know. I'm going to take Sam Hartman because I don't doubt anyone's going to take him. But that is Javon Baker. So keep that in mind. Wide receiver out of UCF. I really like him. Wide receiver that can be exciting in the next level here. I mean, you can play the slot, you can play the outside. A little versatility there, in my personal opinion, and has been getting a lot of opportunities at the Senior Bowl. I've been seeing as well as a couple clips of him.
Wait, so did you went Sam Hartman? Is that right?
Yeah, Sam Hartman, but I took Javon Baker.
Oh, okay, because he's not available in the system. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
No, that's awesome. That's who I was trying to grab next. I love me some Javon Baker, so I'm 100% with you. I've said he could be this year's Rashee Rice. I think he's a super exciting player to watch, so I love it. Okay, J. Michael Sturdivant, just so y'all know, is going back to school. But he was a fun watch for sure. Jaheim Bell, definitely in conversations for me with that next pick. Brought him up on a video before. But that's fine. I'll take a running back who rose in my rankings this cycle. And I guess this could be a my guy. I guess you could label him a my guy. Is he in the system?
Okay.
No, they still don't have him. All right, I'm going to take Jalen Wright here. They don't have him in the system, okay? But Josh Williams is actually Jalen Wright, running back out of Tennessee, 5'11", 210. He's coming out early, not a lot of mileage on the body. He'll be 21 when the draft rolls around. I think he has pretty good patience. He's got a ridiculous amount of speed and juice on him. He had a 52.1 breakaway percentage, which was 11th best in the nation. He's a home run hitter. Now, he doesn't have the lateral agility that you'd really like to see, but he's just a really fun, dynamic player in the open field. I think Jerick McKinnon was my favorite comp for him. Then we see Frank Gore Jr. steal the draft. Malik Washington, I love that. Michael Pratt off the board as well. We'll see what Aselamo does here with the 4-10. But yeah, again, in this get your guy draft, things are certainly not chalked, are they?
No, not at all. And I think this is a good exercise because this is how you can see somebody. This is how you can see somebody's actual draft going.
Yeah.
Right. Like we saw CJ Stroud falling to the 105 last year. Drake May, what if he does fall to the 105, 106 area? What if Brock Bowers doesn't go in the landing spot that we hope and expect? What if he does fall to the 108? What if Adonai Mitchell goes in the first round to the Bills, to the Chiefs? You can see him having a step up here and getting that Patrick Mahomes or Josh Allen bump. JJ McCarthy, that can be somebody that can go in the top 15. Does he go to the Broncos? Does he go to the Titans? Does he go to the Falcons? That can be a running back, or a quarterback that can. I feel like the first two rounds are scenarios that can actually happen.
Okay.
Outside of a couple, for sure.
Yeah.
But there are some definitely scenarios here that you can see that could potentially happen in real life, which could be really exciting.
All right, we are going to do a second mock draft because we did get, we hit our like goal. So we want to say thank you to you guys, and we'll also give you another little mock draft here. Should we do one quarterback? I think we should, right? Help out the one quarterback gang.
So
why
not?
Let me copy this link. I'll send it to Badaki, and then he will send it in the Discord. If you guys want to be a part of this next mock draft, if you were part of the first one, maybe cool off for the second one, let someone else get in. Be a nice guy. Don't be that guy, if you will. But if you want to join this second mock draft, join our Discord, and then I'll send a link in the chat. And once you've joined our Discord, under the Fantasyland tab, you'll see content releases. And content releases is where we will put the link. So I'll need to choose somewhere. I'll go for here and then go ahead and send that link out.
Okay.
And while that's being sent out, do us a massive favor. Go ahead and smash that like button. Simple way for you to help.
That's been sent, by the way.
Channel grow. Already at 108 likes, which is awesome. Thank you so much for the love, guys. We'll do a quick fire here. Okay. 30 seconds on the clock.
30 seconds. Yeah.
30 seconds on the clock. One quarterback format. And you know what? Let's do with tight end premium. Okay. So.
Okay. Tight end premium, one quarterback.
We still have quite a few spots left, gang. So if you want to get a part of it, I think specifically if you're a part of the one quarterback gang, go ahead and get in on this. We got 4 spots left. Again, join the Discord. I put the link in the chat. Once you join the Discord, under Fantasyland, you'll see a content releases tab, and the mock draft link is already up. I'll point some arrows to it right above, but we'll do a one quarterback here. We'll go quick fire. 2 spots left now, just 2 spots. So let's fill that up, but I don't think we've done a one quarterback mock on a live stream yet. Now that I think about it. We're full.
Maybe. I think it might. Yeah, we are full, but maybe we have. I don't remember. I feel like we have. It was just like one of these scenarios. Like, all right, we'll do a one quarterback really quick.
Okay.
30 seconds type vibe.
Here we go though. One quarterback. Get your guy day. Get whoever you want. Make a statement if you like. I don't care. Let's have fun. One quarterback. There is a tight end premium on this one. I'm curious to see what that does. Let's get it. 30 seconds on the clock. And Sean's at 101. He goes Marvin. No surprise. No surprise there. Then we see Malik go. And now, this is where things get interesting. This is why I wanted to be at the 104. I want to know what hand the man would do in a tight end premium format here. He goes Brock Bowers.
Okay. Makes sense.
I thought that might happen. Does the chat think Bowers is the consensus 103 in a tight end premium? I'm curious.
I mean, I think so.
I think so too. I'll go Rome Odunze here. I'll grab Rome. I think he's the best value on the board for sure.
Okay. I put myself in the back here to see what I actually have to do.
Yeah, you hit it from the back?
I mean, I normally do.
Okay, all right.
Wait, what?
It's a family-friendly show, but...
I mean, I don't know. Is it?
Caleb Williams at the 1-5. All right. I mean... Hey, fair enough. It is one quarterback. Keep that in mind. I don't think he would be my next player in a one quarterback format, but honestly, everyone in a one quarterback league, they're also different. Badaki and I will release a video that's one quarterback content, and we'll have quarterbacks in the first round, and people will be like, you're an absolute idiot. There's no way a quarterback goes in the first round. And then on the same video, there'll be a comment where people are like, why are there no quarterbacks higher? Every league is so different, it feels.
I got roasted last year, remember? I think like one of our first one quarterback, and I took a quarterback in the first. I'm pretty sure it was CJ. And looking back at that now, thinking about it, it's probably was the right move. How everyone else fell.
Yeah.
But yeah, very interesting. Very interesting.
Again, like for me, I think it's too early for quarterbacks in a one quarterback. I think there's so many talented positional players still available. I can't believe Troy Franklin fell to the 109 in a one quarterback format. That's crazy to me. But again, get your guy. I mean, we're here to have a little fun.
Yeah, this is wild. I go my best player available here at the wide receiver position. I'll go Lad McConkey at the 110. Our wide receiver 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It makes sense at the 110.
Yeah.
Trey Benson going at the 110. I mean, normally in a one quarterback, you normally don't see these quarterbacks going this early. You could probably, I think, when you think of one quarterback in this sort of mock draft, in this sort of class, I'm happy to take a Caleb Williams at the 110, 111, the 112. Tight end premium.
Ja'Tavion Sanders. It is a tight end premium, eh?
It's a tight end premium.
Man, there's still so many good players available, though. Wow. I mean, yeah, this is interesting. This is interesting. The one quarterback world is different, man. It is different. Xavier Worthy goes. I love that pick. Can't believe he fell to the second round in a 1 QB, but he goes off the board. We'll see what Kyle does here. He got Neighbors in the first round. If anyone's in the one quarterback community, let us know in the comments. Where do you think quarterbacks should start going in these drafts? Because everyone's so different and they're so opinionated. We'd love to know what your thoughts are there. Looks like Kyle's about to get auto-drafted, unfortunately. So, Bo Nix comes off the board at the 2-2. Come on, Kyle. Come on, wake up. Hand the man's on the clock here.
You just have to be better.
What's up, Macy? He says the community seems to be down on Rome lately. What's your ceiling on him? My comp for him has been Cortland Sutton and Chris Olave combined. I think you get Rome Odunze, and I'm certainly not low on him. I love him.
Yeah, I mean, I think if I'm not mistaken, he's both our consensus wide receiver 3. Go ahead and make your pick here, and I'll go ahead and talk about it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and grab Jalen McMillan here. I'll grab my guy. Love me some Jalen McMillan. In fact, I went with both the Washington wide receivers here, and it's funny because I'm in a Devy league where I have both of them, and I'm feeling really good about it. But Jalen's my favorite sleeper wide receiver this year, a player that I don't feel like anyone's giving respect that he's due. So I'll take him at the 2-4. What were you gonna say there?
Yeah, no, with Rome there, Macy. I'm really interested to know like how low they have him. He's more of a twitchier T. Higgins for me. Really solid hands, big body frame, but it's a little bit more fluid. A guy that can move a little bit more, which is really exciting. So I think Rome Odunze, no matter what, Jonathan Brooks, I kind of was hoping that he was full to me. He probably get lost in the ADP, but yes, I love Rome Odunze. Both of our consensus wide receiver 3.
Yeah. I was heavily considering Jonathan Brooks with my pick. If Jalen McMillan wasn't available, it probably would have been Brooks. Then Polk comes off the board, and you're 1 pick away now.
I am 1 pick away. I have 2 people here that I can potentially go. Let's see if one of the 2, or one of the 2 or both fall to me.
TV says he has a 105, and he plans on going Williams like he did in this mock. Okay, so Bucky off the board. That was one of them I thought of.
Yeah, that is definitely one of the players here. And I'll go ahead and take Xavier Legette here, another my guy that I like here. So 2 of the guys that I was hoping for, one of them falls to me. I'll take Xavier.
Okay.
There goes Blake. They got kicked out of the draft. Did you?
Oh,
it was one of those things where like you got into the draft but you didn't select the position.
But we can't control that, by the way. We're not kicking people out. We have no power to do it. Blake Corum, Braylon Allen, Slick Ricky off the board, and then Marshawn Lloyd. And Han the Man is on the clock. By the way, if Kyle's with us, you gotta go to Q and turn off auto pick. Otherwise, it'll just keep auto picking for you there. Malachi Corley, I've not seen. I know this is one of your dudes. You've not talked about him much lately.
I haven't spoken about him. I'm straying away a little bit.
Okay.
Because I think he could potentially be more of a special teams look for the NFL.
Okay.
I think there's a higher ceiling for him, personally. I think that's how they view him.
I'm going to grab Jermaine Burton. If Jalen McMillan is my sleeper, consider Burton my deep sleeper because I love both of these players. In fact, I think Burton could be just as good as McMillan. That's how good he is, in my opinion. But obviously I prefer Jalen. That's why I took him around earlier. But love me some Jermaine Burton. Yeah. Great route runner. Yeah. Incredible separator. Reliable hands. Has that mentality you want out of your wide receivers. Shipley goes off the board next at the 3-5. A lot of people like Will Shipley, man. I can't get there, but I know a lot of people like him.
I just haven't seen. Not that I haven't seen. Like, I haven't scouted him. I'm saying, like, I haven't seen what everyone has been talking about. You know, like, even when going back and rewatching and saying, okay, let's give him a second chance in the second go around of my scouting, it's just still not there for me. I actually think he'll be an undrafted guy, more of a special teams type of contributor. If he does get drafted, is a 6th, 7th round opportunity where he's going to be playing special teams. Maybe I'm a bit harsh.
Too, yeah.
Yeah.
And we could be wrong. Wouldn't be the first time. But Jacob going off the board at the 3-7. I know you like Jacob, but he comes off the board.
I do like Jacob. I'm really hoping he gets the draft capital and excitement there.
I want Ricky Pearsall to be a thing just so we can have the name Slick Ricky, because that's probably one of the coolest names I've heard in a long time.
Ricky. Yeah, man, I love Ricky.
Yeah, same.
I bought him as a buy low or my video of the quote unquote next Puka, if you will. He has some upside, man. He has some upside, which is really exciting there. I'll go ahead and take what's the guy? Two-Face from Batman? Roman Wilson. Maybe we should call him Two-Face.
Two-Face? Okay, yeah. Yeah, Two-Face, yeah, all right.
Two-Face.
I mean, yeah.
I'll take him here.
I know. I cannot understand how to trust the Senior Bowl versus film. I don't want to get left behind, the thing is, like, but I don't want to get bought into the hype where I don't actually consider the film, him actually playing football, you know?
I think we need to take the Senior Bowl as like, okay. I think the Senior Bowl is important because it put those guys, it put the Jaden Reeds, the Tank Dells on the map. And which made us reevaluate those guys, which made us say, okay,
100%.
They got the draft capital, and I think with this, I feel like he's a lock top 3 rounds
of the NFL draft.
Of the NFL draft,
yes, I agree.
He completely solidified himself in top 3, just depending on the situation he goes to now. That is important. Which is top 3 draft capital is great in my opinion.
I could not find a way to put him ahead of Adonai or Xavier or McMillan for me, or Ladd or Brian Thomas or Troy Franklin.
No,
like
I didn't. I mean,
or even Jermaine personally. I just can't put him that high.
I mean, I personally have him. I had him as my wide receiver 23. He moved up all the way to my wide receiver. I'm trying to find him. He's my wide receiver 15, so it's a significant jump.
He's my wide receiver 15 as well.
Okay, he's not higher than any of those guys, like you said. He's not higher than Polk. He's not higher than Tez. He's not higher than McMillan. He is higher than the guys that I don't really love, like the Keon Coleman's.
Nichols asking what film I watched. So yeah, I said to the chat, guys, I'm so open. Tell me what game to watch. If you're all in on Roman, not to say that I'm not like in on him. I like him. I just don't. I'm concerned the hype is going to be too much. Purdue, UNLV, Rutgers are the 3. I watched 2 of those today. The 4th one was just the national championship, which I guess he didn't really have to play a big role. That's hard. I'm trying to keep into mind the context of the offense. He wasn't necessary. Can I really knock him for that?
I'll take your guy here, man.
Okay.
You're robbing it. Your alma mater.
Malik Washington.
Get the hat on.
All the records. I kind of panicked and took Spencer because we were talking about Roman, but I love Malik there. Yeah, it probably would have been my pick. Yeah, in the I'm looking at the national championship game. This is what Roman did. 3 for 54.
The thing this is the hardest part with a talent like Roman, is that he wasn't utilized in the offense. So the utilization of him is really minuscule. Like you said, the Purdue game, I think, is one of his highest producing games. I think
Yeah.
the first, I forgot who they played, but it's like one of the first games of the season is one of his highest producing games. Um, the rest of it, yeah, you can go off of routes and like how he releases off the line. Doesn't get targets. I mean, he was averaging like 3 to 2 targets a game. It felt like, if you take those 2 games out.
Receptions for sure, but
Reception, sorry.
yeah, I mean, in the conference championship, he has 1 catch for 14 yards. Versus Penn State, he has no catches. I mean, I'm trying to find him versus like good competition. You know what I mean? Nicholas says to watch Bama, and I'll wait for my source to get that footage up for us, and maybe that will be the game for me. But again, I don't want to sound like a hater, but I also don't want to just blindly follow the hype when the tape speaks something else. You know?
Yeah.
I want to find a medium balance somewhere. And that's a struggle right now, honestly, with the hype that's going around. But excited for V2, man.
Excited for V2, that's right. I mean, it's coming out here soon. We're really excited. 6 p.m. tomorrow for you guys is where we are releasing our version 2 of our scouting report, rookie scouting report. So many additions, which we are excited about.
Yeah. Mark says Javon Baker will be making the board soon. By the way, we drafted him earlier. He's just not in the sleeper database. We want him to be there. We love Javon Baker. Definitely a player we love, but not in the sleeper database, unfortunately. Him and Jalen Wright. Sleeper needs to catch up a little bit. Keep in mind, guys, that this is a 1 quarterback mock that you're looking at right here. I definitely agree, Nickel. I definitely agree.
The guy say he runs run route and sees a crosser.
Dude.
I mean, yeah.
I'll be honest. See, man. Versus press in a game, it was genuinely awful. You can't convince me otherwise. There's no boundary upside there. But anyway, I'm not a hater. I'm trying to be realistic. I'm trying to guide you guys and give my honest assessment. That's tough to do when there's so much hype, but that's it for today, guys. We do appreciate y'all a ton. Do us a favor, go ahead and smash that like button if you have yet to do so. If you enjoyed today's stream, subscribe if you want to keep seeing this kind of content, and you know, some important, very important news to let you know. Version 2 of our 2024 rookie report releases tomorrow, and it releases at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you want to have access to it, you can see a full report on Roman Wilson, Javon Baker, all these guys that you love, Slick Ricky. All these guys are being added in V2. Obviously, the tight ends as well. If you want to learn about Jaheim Bell, 2024 Rookie Report version 2 releases tomorrow at 6 p.m. You can see an example of version 1 here, where we dove into a lot of the class. Our rankings will be updated. There'll be new features. Also, you need to be a Mother Flocker member to unlock that. But if you're a Mother Flocker member, you will also unlock our rankings for Superflex for 1 quarterback, our prospect rankings. You'll unlock unlimited access to the trade calculator, unlimited access to the trade finder. And when you become a Mother Flocker member, you also get a Dynasty team review from us on a live stream. Again, you only get that when you support us with the promo code LAND. But that's it. We really appreciate y'all. And we'll see you soon. All love.
Love.